That didn't work. I put you down and it shut it off. So now I'm trying to put a glove on with one hand. It ain't working. Hang on. Try not to break anything here. Okay. So I had started this once before and then I touched it when I put you in my pocket or something. I haven't walked in a whole long time. And yes, one of the people that commented told me I needed to get a treadmill, and he's right. Treadmill would be great. However, there's nowhere to put it in that house. Nowhere in the garage, nowhere anywhere. Need to start taking some things out and then put some new things in. But it's not my house. You just never know. But I do know this, I need to walk. And so I'm walking, and that dog is right on the top of that roof. You know, I've shown you guys the dogs before. The neighbors have got it where they have a way for the dogs to get in and out on the roof. So there's a dog over there just barking or howling. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if you can see him either. Hello, doggy. Let's see. Oh, now there's two doggies. Can you see them? Let me go there. They're over there on the roof. So I don't know if you can make your screen bigger or not. Yes, I see you. Pretty dogs. They be trying to talk to me. They're wondering what the heck. Anyway, so I'm just gonna walk. Even if I just get a little bit in, it's better than nothing, right? I was doing really good before my surgery. And yeah, I guess I don't need my glasses on, do I? So it covers up those poopies in my eyes. I've got to do something about that. I don't know, I haven't tried it. But someone told me about it a long time ago. And then I've heard it from other people too. That the bags under your eyes put preparation H on it. It's supposed to take them away. So I'm gonna have to try that. I did buy some, I just never did it. But I've noticed I definitely got the big poopies, big bags going on under my eyes. Part of it is probably not getting enough sleep. And part of it is just age. Poopiness. Anyway. One of these days, we'll be back in our perfect form. I'm not sure what age that was that we attained perfection. You know, being an adult. When are you actually an adult? You know, when is your prime? Ouch, I just felt my back break. I'm thinking 33. 33 is my lucky number. 33 is how long Jesus lived. Maybe that's the perfect age, 33. You know, I don't think you're an adult when you're 18. When you're 18, you might have an adult body, but even then you're still growing, guys. You know, they just want you to go over and fight their wars for them. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Send our young men and women out to war. Not cool, baby. Not cool at all. Yeah, let's just go ship them over there and let them be involved in murder. That which you're not supposed to do. Thou shalt not kill. There's a lot of thou shalt not do's in the Ten Commandments. But just, I don't know. You guys are not watching all my videos, I know. But if you did, you'd hear a few things. Because I talk about a lot of things. When I'm just talking, things come out. Anyway. You know, you can't drink till you're 21, but you can go kill someone for the country at 18. Then they They send our young people over there, and then they come back with all kinds of trouble, which infects the rest of the world over here. I didn't say that very good, but you send out a pure heart to a point. They're pure at 18, and they come back with all kinds of problems. You know, part of it from killing. And then you bring them back home, and they're supposed to be normal. Can't do it. Anyway, yes, I promised I got to start wearing my dadgum teeth. That was just not a very fun experience when I tried those on. But I tell you what I did. I went and got some Orajel. I figure I'll make my gums numb before I stick them in. And then maybe they won't hurt so bad. I got to get them in there and get used to them, I guess. That's what someone else said. I've had a couple, 3 comments on that. The teeth. I just need to get them in there and do it. And it's not easy to do. That front door is open when you get up there. Somebody from the church is bringing us some food. So sweet. Actually, they're bringing it for Dad. And I guess it's gumbo. I don't know what gumbo is. I think of gumbo, I'm thinking, first thing that came to my mind was seafood, which sounds like something Dad would love. He does love his fish. And something they make with fish. I don't know what it's called. But you know, there's clam chowder, and then there's other things. It's a nice car. It's really sweet. Yeah, Dad, that fall he took wasn't cool. His arm is still deformed, and he never did really go in and get it checked out. Tried to. Stupid doctors these days, I swear. They're all changing their positions and leaving and stuff, and we were in there, and that damn doctor couldn't take the time to just look at his arm, you know, write out a prescription for him to go get it x-rayed. No, they can't do any of that, because I'm going to be gone before the x-ray will come back. But his new doctor is the same one in the same office. I mean, not the same doctor, but in the same office. So why couldn't they have done that? You know, they're too busy changing. I understand. I've been a secretary. There's a lot going on, and they're doing a transition. But you know, you got an 88-year-old man. He's got an arm that's all out of whack. And we were at their office. We went into their office. But no. And then they made an appointment for the next day. And then they called back and canceled it. They said, no, we're too busy. You go to urgent care. And see, urgent care costs money. And going to that doctor didn't. But they don't care. It's easy for them to say, go to urgent care. Go to the emergency room. Emergency room costs $100, and urgent care costs $55. But then they're going to have to do imaging, and I don't even know what they could do for his arm. You know, at this point in time, it's been a while since he fell, but he still hurts. And we did go to get some BioFreeze. Have you guys ever heard of BioFreeze? It's pretty trip. Pretty trip enough there wasn't any in the store. No, when I was taking Joe to the chiropractor, they were selling BioFreeze there. And they had a roll-on and a cream and a spray. Well, that spray is something else, because I had Joe spray it on my back so I would know what it felt like, okay? And I swear to God, I felt that go all the way through my body, almost through to the front. You know what I mean? Deep freeze in my body. Now, I haven't really tried the stuff that I ended up getting. I got a different product that's supposed to be similar, okay? It's not near as good, I can tell, because it's a dry spray, aerosol spray, but it says dry, quick drying. And it's got lidocaine in it, but it helps. Dad said it helps. It numbs the pain. So that part is good. But BioFreeze, if you haven't ever tried it, I would spray it on Joe from the top of his neck down to his butt, down his spine, okay? Because he had a lot of spinal problems. Pain. Worked pretty good. But just trying it out to see what it felt like. Yeah. Freeze you. I mean, that's really good for pain. Instead of putting an ice pack on you, just spray you. Anyway, every single one. I mean, it was a little teeny skinny aisle, big enough for the BioFreeze spray to fit in. All gone. So, if you haven't heard of it, you might go try it out. And depending on where your pain is, I don't know how the roll-on works, but you just want to be careful not to get it on your hands and get it in your eyes. You don't want it on your mucous membranes, I guess. But try it out, you'll see. If you have some problems with your back, or like one time I fell on my knees. And I fell on cement on my knees. This was way back when I lived in Downs. I don't know how many years ago. We'll say 13 years ago. That'd be about right. My knees swelled up so bad. They hurt so bad. A roll-on might have been okay on that. I don't know. I think the spray is the best. But I'd never heard of that product before. The chiropractor that Joe was going to sold it. That was the first I heard of it. But it's sold at Walmart. I imagine a few other places. Because it is pretty miracle stuff. Okay, I want to turn around. Made it a little bit. I'm wearing my Crocs. My granddaughter, Madison, gave me Crocs. Not this Christmas, but the Christmas before. I spent that Christmas with Jessica and the family, my grandkids. I really miss them. But anyway, I don't know if you can see them. Maybe I'll show them to you. Let's see. I can't tell. Can you see? Can you see? Pretty cool. But I mean, I've had them all this time and I just started wearing them. And they've gotten really pretty comfortable. I knew that when I sold Avon, the nurses loved the Crocs because they're on their feet all the time, so they must be pretty comfortable. Now these that she got me have got a lining on the inside, like blue fur. I don't know if all the Crocs do have that, but I have noticed that it's started to conform to my foot and fits tight and snug, so I'm not tripping over anything. I don't know if any of those little nodules go up into your points. Look up the word reflexology. It has to do with all the nerves in your feet, I guess. You massage your feet, and all these different parts of your feet affect parts of your body, like your kidneys and different things. I can't remember now, but I imagine all you got to do is look it up. I had a fellow once that gave me a book called Reflexology, and it showed the feet, and it showed all the different parts of the body that all these different parts of the feet affected. I should have learned more about that, but I didn't. you know. But when someone has troubles, might be nice just to get a foot massage. And if you get that book, it's either online or from the library, you know, you can do that to each other. Give yourself a foot massage. I had a friend once that her and her boyfriend, that's how they would start sex. They gave each other foot massages and worked their way on up, you know. Pretty cool. I'm going to walk just a little bit more because I really do need to. I think that did start helping that sciatica I was having a problem with. Anyway, I was singing that song earlier in my head today, Good Vibrations. Now, I don't know who did that song. In some ways, the Mamas and Papas come to mind, but really the first band to come to mind was the Monkees. La 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 la. La 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 la. Good vibrations. She's giving me excitations. I'm probably using wrong words. I'm just guessing. When the words come out and I'm not thinking about it, then they're correct. Well, I can't say that because, you know, how many times did we sing a song with the radio and have the words all wrong? But we singing along anyway. I need to come up with some good songs that I want to sing. Here comes the call with big bright lights. So I'm going to get over here out of the road. And they're going to pull right into me. I didn't go far enough. It's a wide turn around here. Anyway. So some of the other songs, I wonder what was in my head today. You Take My Breath Away now. That was a slow song. I can hear it in my head. It's not something that I would say I loved, but you know, maybe it's a nice song to dance to with your mate or with your person that you like of the opposite sex. Or I guess if you guys want to like the same sex, go for it, you know. I just don't, I don't think you should be doing that. I really don't. You know, it's you love your friends, okay? And you can really get carried away and really love your friends, but it's not right. That is not what you're supposed to do. And it confuses you. You guys are all confused out there. But I agree. You know, we want to enjoy sex, right? And if we can't get it any other way, hey, we'll do it with the same sex. If it feels good, do it. That's what they say. I know that's what they used to say. I don't know what they say now. Yes, I have weird things come out of my mouth. Never can tell. I guess I'm going to have to look that song up and see who does it. And then, do you remember the Fifth Dimension? What was one of their songs? I can't remember the songs now, but they had a couple anyway that I liked. Maybe one was talking about a balloon. Anyway, music's pretty trip. I wondered how music was all through the years, you know. It changes. The music in the 60s and 70s was so good. So good. And then I guess it continued to be good, but I mean, you know, that was when I was entering high school. I think I entered in 69. So that's the years. Maybe even the 7th and 8th grade too. 8th, 9th. And in Sandy, I believe at that time, 9, 10, 11, and 12 was high school. I'm pretty sure. I really don't know. You know, some schools it's 9, 10, let's see, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. That's what I was just saying, if I didn't say it right. So then you'd have 10, 11, and 12. And then junior high, 7, 8, and 9. And that might be better than, you know, I went and worked at the school, on the playground, and in the office, and in the lunchroom. And 6th graders are kind of a little bit big for elementary. You know, they're right on that cusp where they're changing. And 8th grade, oh my, that is quite the year. It was quite the year for my daughter anyway. Junior high, 8th grade, there was some weird people. There were black magic people going to that school. I mean, there were things going on, people that we don't know. And there you are, you got your kids all there and involved. Her friends, some of the people she hung out with, we got her out of the school system when she entered high school. And in some ways that might have been a bad thing. But other ways, a couple of the kids that she hung out with did a drive-by shooting. Went to prison. And there were gang crap going on in the parks. I got called at night to come and rescue them because other people were trying to hurt them. So there's just things going on at the school system that we are not aware of. And if the kids don't tell us, and you know the people at the school that are in charge, they don't tell us. They're full of malarkey, is what they are. Yeah, these trees look kind of bare, unless they're like a pine type of tree, evergreen. But the ones who shed their leaves, you can see all the branches. All right, I'm gonna make it one more time. Okay, so a song that I liked, of course. This was when I was 16, okay? I got sent away because I couldn't quit playing with the boy across the street. But back then, there was a song by Three Dog Night. Mama told me not to come. That ain't the way to have fun, no. Let's see. That was just a little bleep of that song. Ooh, that smell. Now that's somebody else. Leonard Skinner. Can't you smell that smell? Well, there's a lot of different smells. It's not just pot. Because there's other smells I've smelled. It's not really something I want to smell. Not something I should really bring up. So I'll leave it to your imaginations. But I'm sure they were talking about marijuana because it definitely has a distinct odor, but so do some other things. So let's see, how does Three Dog Night go with that song? Mama told me not to come. I'll have to look that up. You guys look it up, okay? It's pretty cool if you have never heard it. There was a lot of good songs back then. And I don't know. You know, like some was Motown. I love Motown. And so I don't know if that would be played on the same station, you know, as their pop music or their rock and roll music. It wasn't headbanging music, okay? That came later. Metallica. I liked some of Metallica's songs. But banging of the head, not a good idea, guys. Nothing like shaking your head until something in there breaks. Anyway, here comes the car, and I'm in the road. I'm gonna make this my last time. My last little circle. And then, let's see, The Who. Tommy, can you hear me? Tommy, can you feel me? I'm pretty sure that was The Who. And they did a whole opera or whatever they called it over about Tommy. Pinball wizard. He's a pinball wizard. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's kind of sort of going on in my head, but you know, I'm conjuring it up so it's not just popping out. So I don't have the words. He was a blind, dumb, and deaf boy. And he had an uncle that wasn't too cool. You know, just like goes on a lot these days, you have child molestation. I don't know if I said that word right, but molesting children. Not good at all, people. But that's what that song was about. Tommy. And I think it was his uncle. But I'd have to go back and remember that, and I don't care to. I do like the Eagles. Witchy Woman. Hotel California. What a nice surprise. When your alibis. Do 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 do. Pink champagne on ice. We are all just prisoners here of our own device. I can't remember all the songs, but I just need to have some index cards. Green-eyed lady. Do 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 do. Incense and peppermints. La 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 la. Do 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 do. There's a lot more to it. And then Green Tambourine, I like that one. And I love Happy Together. So happy together. How is the weather? La 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 la. Okay, what's another one that would be around there? The Tommy James and the Shondells did some nice songs. I mean, I like some of their songs. I think they probably did Crimson and Clover and Sweet Cherry Wine. Sweet cherry wine, so very fine. Do 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 do, pass it all around, so stimulating. I think it says so constipating. I don't know why it would say that. That's not cool. But anyway, Sweet Cherry Wine. That was a cool song. Now, I'm going to definitely have to stop when I get back. My body's starting to hurt. But I need to be doing this every day so I can get back in the shape I'm looking for. I wasn't even in the right shape when I quit. You know, I was just working up my way. One day I did 5 miles, but I walked an hour and a half to do that. And during that hour and a half, I was talking to you guys. So if you go back and see any of my walking videos, you see one that lasted an hour and a half, that was a 5-mile walk. I was so shocked. But I think I was mad. I must have been mad at something. And then I got distracted, you know, and I walked 5 miles. Because really I was only getting up to 3. And my goal was to get up to 5. But I was totally shocked. Well, there's a lot of garbage there that needs to be cleaned up. I got a lot of garbage at my place in Colorado that needs to be cleaned up too. Just need to go and take care of my vehicles. There's a bunch of vehicles just sitting there because it has one problem or another, you know. And then you can't afford to pay for insurance for all the different vehicles. So, yeah, I think that's another thing they need to fix. I know once upon a time up here in Washington, they did. They just insured your driver's license, so whatever you drove was covered. You know, instead of making it, it's kind of hard for the automobile dealerships too, because, you know, people have to worry about how many cars they're going to insure, so then they can't have as many vehicles. And there's one of those barns. I bet that's like I was looking at my bowl cozies the other day, and there was a barn on it, and I couldn't tell what the deal was with it. But then I realized later that I had sewn a dart through part of it, so it changed the shape. But it was one of those weird looking barns. Anyway, people, I guess I should stop. At least I'm sitting down. I made it a half an hour. And since I already did a video today, maybe I should leave it at that. I don't know. I do think I'll start writing down songs so I can look them up, so I can get the words in my head. Yeah, now some other music that's good. You know, I got turned on to a lot of music. I didn't just hear it on the radio and I don't know what that was. Oh, that's what it was. I can't think right now, and I need to blow my nose and go inside and pull off all my clothes. I was singing a song the other day, that video that says I'm playing with my mom and dad. I had been listening to The Streak. We call him The Streak. Look at there, look at there. He likes to show off his physique. inviting public critique. He said he was in the grocery store, and over by the pole beams came a guy streaking, I think. And he's saying, "Don't look, Ethel." That's his wife, you know. "Don't look." He said it was too late. She'd already been incensed or something like that. There's like 3 verses, different things. And then in the last part of it, he's telling her they're at a ball game. This guy's streaking at the ball game, and he's saying, "Don't look, Ethel." And then he said, "Who's that running with him? Ethel, you shameless hussy." Anyway, so in that video that I'm playing with my mom and dad, I said something about I felt like dancing in the nude. But it was something that kind of went with the song, but I don't know if they actually said that. But anyway, you have to go back and watch that video. It just says Lou's playing with her mom and dad. I was here for a visit. And I only put a little teeny bit of that video on there because there was more. Like the first part of it, Mother is there picking up garbage and stuff and throwing it away, and she makes this statement: "I'm at a time in my life where I don't need help for anything." I'm going, "Did you hear that? Did you hear what she said?" And so I gave her a hard time over that. We all need help. But I think she was probably talking about money. She wasn't talking about her physical frailties. Because she was getting up there when she said that. So go back and look at that. You'll hear me laugh quite a bit. Okay? Like, I said, "Did you hear what she said?" And I'm just laughing my head off. Anyway. When I said I felt like dancing in the nude, my dad's over there in the background says, "Well, I guess you could go do that in your bedroom." I guess I could. I really didn't want to dance in the nude. I don't think that's really a good thing to do. Unless you're having a playtime with your husband or your wife, then, you know, that might be nice. Things that are good for a married couple or a couple, because everybody skips that married bit, and I can see why. But what they don't realize is, even if you're living together and not married, you're still entangled. You still have the emotional baggage that goes with a relationship. And I know, I'm going to take this off and you'll see my bags under my eyes. But you at least won't see a line going across my eyes. Oh. Anyway, songs that I used to love and bands that I used to love. Creedence Clearwater Revival. I like dancing to their stuff. Long as I can see the light. That's not one of their famous ones, but it's one that I really like. They also did I Heard It Through the Grapevine. I know Marvin Gaye did that too, and they both did good. They did that song very well. Heard it through the grapevine. About to lose my mind. Honey, honey, yeah, through the grapevine, don't you know I want to be my baby. Do, do, do. But there's a lot more to it. In other words, he heard it through the grapevine that she's going to be cheating on him. You know, I don't know. A lot of different words. Cheating. I don't like that word either. So, I think I probably should just get off here because I don't really have a lot to say. And then I can go inside and see what's going on with Papa Bear. Let's see what this gumbo is that someone brought. I don't know what gumbo is. It's some type of a soup, and I just got a feeling it's a fish soup. And if so, Dad'll be in heaven. But not me. But that's okay. I don't need to be in heaven. I'm looking forward to being in heaven. And not the one that's out of this world. I'm talking about a situation in this world where it feels like heaven. That'll be nice. Anyway, I know, no more happy trails. See you around the bend. Shake, 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 my green tambourine. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Listen while I play, yay, 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 my green tambourine. My hair looks all weird up there. You know, widow's peaks are weird. I have a widow's peak and I never liked it. However, there's a sexy man out there that's got a prominent widow's peak, and oh my God, he looks really good. So, you know, you start to appreciate widow's peaks. I just never could figure out how to comb my hair. You know, I wanted to have the part right down the middle, and you can't. It's got to be on the side a little bit. Or actually, some people, once they've lost that prominence there, then they can get it in the middle, but it just doesn't stay. My hair is just weird. But, okay, I'm hot. Green tambourine is still in my head. Happy together. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going round. That has to do with the Vietnam War, I'm pretty sure. And then Otis Redding, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. I like that one. But I can't think of them now. Those are just popping out of my little head and they don't mean anything. In other words, sometimes songs come out of my head because of what I'm thinking. But no, those didn't have anything to do with that. They're just songs I was trying to think about. So, for now, I'm just going to say, you guys have a great day, whatever day it is. This is Sunday afternoon. And it's about 5 o'clock. It's about time for the sun to set. That's why it was getting a little darker while I was walking. But I do think the days are getting a little bit longer, because I swear it was getting dark at 4. And the sunset today was 5:05. So, you guys take care. I hope that you will go back and look at my videos, my old things. Look for things that are kind of weird. Like, I need to make a list, but I can tell you a few of them. Beauty of the Rose. I shared that recently. That is a really good one. And these are analogies that I wrote years ago, where you go and observe something and you write down what you observe, and sometimes you do it in a poetic manner. Freestyle poetry does not have to rhyme, but sometimes, you know, you can have some rhymes in there, but it's freestyle. But analogies, like turn on your light so you're not in the dark. I tore that sentence apart and put meanings to everything, and then put it back together at the end and had something pretty profound to say about it. Okay, so that's 2. And I can't think of the rest of them right now. Thoughts Flying in the Wind. That's the first paper inside my book, if I was to put a book together. And it's one of the papers that I read on my channel. Because that was the purpose of my channel to begin with, was to read my papers that I wrote so many years ago. Because I never did get them put in a book. And you never know when you're not going to be here anymore. And I really felt like they were important papers. I really felt like I had inspiration, I had help from above, and I think they're for all of us, not just for me. Beauty of the Rose, that is really good. And I was compelled to go over in my rose bushes that had not received care for so long. And I've already talked about it a couple of times in other videos, so I shouldn't probably be redundant. But just remember, if you go check it out, you and I and everybody, we are the rose that's inside that bush, that's hidden by all the overgrowth and dead things that cropped in. And you weasel your way out. You know, I was trying to get all the branches out and stuff. Down in there was the most beautiful rose. And smelled pretty too. I mean, it was just really beautiful, but no one could see it. All they saw was the dead, ugly stuff on the outside. And there's a lot of us that fit that bill. We need to remove the dead, ugly parts of our bodies, of our person, and try to go about creating sweet, beautiful people. Couldn't think of the right words. Anyway. Love one another as I have loved you. Now, I just made that up. There is a song at church that has those sentiments, though, because Jesus Christ told his apostles when he was leaving them to love one another as I have loved you. And then you go out into the world and you do the same thing. But he was talking about his inner circle, his group of apostles. And here's something else just popped in my head. It's in the scriptures, and I'll have to try and find it. When Jesus sent out his apostles to go teach and preach and heal the sick and all that stuff, he gave them his power, part of his power. He told them to be as wise as a serpent and as harmless as a dove. You do need to know what's up in the world so you know how to prepare for what's coming at you. You never know. You need to protect yourself. Watch your back. Watch out who you hang with. You know, you can have great intentions, but if you're not careful, they will bring you down instead of you bringing them up. And yeah, you might think that's a lesson you need to learn, I guess, but you know, some of these lessons we don't actually have to have. It's a good idea to use other people's experiences to help prevent you from going through that, because it scars you. I have been scarred. So many things to forgive. And if you want forgiveness, you got to forgive them. So that's what he says. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. You know, sometimes if that's the only way you're going to, I don't want to use the words get saved, but you know, if you can't be forgiven of your sins because you can't forgive somebody else, I would think that would be pretty good motivation to forgive, but it's like, how can you? But I figured out how you can. You have to realize, I mean, you don't got to forget, and you don't got to bring them back into your life, but just release it, let it go. And mostly, I mean, it's good for the person if they're asking for forgiveness. But as long as they're asking and they're feeling real remorse, even if you don't forgive them, God will. So that's important to remember too. But he does say that you have to forgive others in order to be forgiven. So just remember, you can release it. I came to the conclusion that I understand. I understand what happened and where they were coming from and why they did what they did. Didn't make it right. Didn't make it hurt my life any less. Except for if you finally can let it go, then it's not in there like a canker sore or a cancer growing, you know. Change. It's like turn that frown upside down. Turn your life upside down. If something's holding you back, release it. Try to get over it. If there's anything good to be gained by the experience, do that. But if not, just release it. Let it go. So that you can be forgiven yourself. Because none of us are innocent. I really don't think. I know I'm not. I've hurt some people. But not on purpose. I didn't set out to do that. It just happened. And you do have to realize that this life is important. And so, you know, it's kind of important that you hang out with the right people, that you marry the right people. Marry somebody you don't know, and then you're sitting there, you're bound to them. Oh my God. And then you find out they're evil. Maybe they're not evil, but they have evil in them. Things that I never would imagine because I'd never been there. Like being raised by Hell's Angels. They weren't nice Hell's Angels. Being raised in that environment. That's how you think. And some of the most god-awful things come out of somebody's mouth that you could never imagine. Where the hell did that come from? What happened to you to make you be like that? Scary. You guys try to be nice. I know. It's not easy to do. It really isn't easy to control one's temper. When someone's getting after you, you want to get after them back. But you need to figure out how to stop that. Just don't hang out with the wrong people. And maybe, instead of you trying to bring everybody up, maybe you should just invite them to church. You know, let it be a group effort to help people out. There's great things going on at church, people. And you need to realize that the rest of the world doesn't know about it. And if they did, they would love it. And I gotta go. So, I know I said goodbye. Happy trails to you until we meet again. There's a lot more words to it, but I don't know them. And if you ever wanted to hear them, just ask Alexa. Alexa, play Happy Trails, and she will. It's by Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. But it'll give you the rest of the song, the rest of the words. Anyway, I gotta go. So you guys take care, and I'll be back sometime. You never know.